Espy Elementary School was built in 1921. An addition was built in 1955 to add 6 classrooms, offices, and a multi-purpose room, which is a cafeteria and gymnasium. When the elementary schools in Kenton City Schools were built, school security was not a primary focus. A primary focus today, however, is the security of all of our schools. Espy's multi-purpose room does serve many purposes. In the morning, it's a cafeteria serving breakfast to students as they enter the building. By 8:15, it's a gymnasium where PE classes are held 3 days a week. By lunchtime, it's no longer a gymnasium, it's a cafeteria again, feeding 300 students each and every day. In addition to the cafeteria and the gymnasium, this area also serves to house reading groups, small school assemblies. We are required to have our assemblies in 2 different groups because Espy's 300 students are not able to fit in the gymnasium at one time. It houses band. This is a place where the occupational therapist works with her students as well. The one-time stage at Espy now serves as a computer lab housing 12 computers, which classes of 20 to 25 students attempt to use, all while physical education classes happen on the other side of the curtain. Cafeteria, lunch, breakfast, all of those things also happen on the other side of that curtain, all while students attempt to focus on computer instruction provided by their teachers. Due to busing requirements of Espy students, several bus routes are run after school at Espy. The earliest bus picks students up 10 minutes before the end of the school day to take them to their destinations across town. The last bus, however, picks students up a full 20 minutes after they've been dismissed to take them to their final destination. Throughout that time, students wait on these benches in the hall and in the cafeteria. One of the difficulties of teaching at Espy is its proximity on this side of the building to the playground. Without adequate HVAC, we always have to keep our windows open during the warm months in the fall and in the spring, and as you can see, the playground is just on the other side of those windows. A distraction that's unique to Espy is its intersection of State Route 68 and State Route 67. Lots of traffic noise and train noise is heard in this end of town. Probably 3 trains a day go through, and every time, as you might be aware, they blow their whistles. Our playground is very small, and with that comes the problem of balls ending up across the street. On average, 3 days a week, a teacher has to leave the playground during recess duty to retrieve balls that have crossed a major state route. After guests enter the 1955 addition to Espy, they are limited to staying on the first floor. In order to get to the 1921 part of the building, guests must either go down the stairs or up the stairs to access any classroom or special area. This limits accessibility in anyone in a wheelchair, as well as those parents and grandparents who have difficulties with stairs. The most common area of flooding at Espy is at the bottom of these stairs where the 1955 addition meets the 1921 building. Water seeps through the cracks and along both the left and right sides of the stairs along the foundation. This water causes students to alter their traffic patterns as they access all areas of the building. Due to lack of classroom space at Espy, the art teacher doesn't have an art room. She stores her things in an old locker room, has a desk in the hallway, and takes her materials class to class as she teaches art in this building. The library of Espy is housed in the basement of the 1921 building. Damp, musty air fills this learning space. This one-time utility room has been turned into a classroom for students with special needs. This special education classroom falls victim to frequent flooding. High water marks can be seen on the furnishings and along the walls. During a recent flood, sewer backup caused feces and toilet paper to contaminate this learning space. In the 1921 basement of Espy, the music room is housed. Students visit the music room weekly to receive music instruction. 20 to 25 students are in this cramped learning space. Above the learning space, sewer lines are located. Whenever there's a flush in the building, that sound can be heard through the music room and through the special education classroom. Despite diligent attempts by the maintenance staff to repair and maintain this building, water continues to leak behind the facade and through the bricks on the northwest end of the building, crumbling the ceiling, the walls, and the area surrounding the doors. Dim lighting and crowded hallways make it difficult for reading instruction to happen in the hallways. Janitorial space has been converted into classroom space. As a result, janitor supplies are stored in the hallways on each floor. On every floor, reading groups are held in the hallway. This is an example on the 4th and 5th grade floor, where anywhere between 5 and 11 students surround that table to receive reading instruction. Meanwhile, while 3rd graders are receiving their reading instruction, 4th graders are leaving classrooms to go to their specials, and 5th graders are returning from their specials, all while 3rd graders are surrounding that table trying to learn. In a 21st century classroom, computers are an absolute necessity. While we have enough computers in this classroom, there isn't enough space for the students to sit comfortably at them, and a bigger problem is the availability of 3 functioning outlets in the entire classroom. Even in the 1955 edition, a custodial closet has been turned into a classroom. This one-time custodial closet is home to 2 educational assistants. At any one time, between 5 and 11 students have reading instruction in this room. Also in this room are the computer servers for the building and a mop sink hidden behind a shower curtain. Espy was once a beautiful structure, and I'm sure, without a doubt, the pride of Kenton. Due to antiquated wiring, crumbling infrastructure, and inadequate design, Espy is no longer functional as an adequate learning space. If you would like to have a personal tour of Espy, arrangements can be made by contacting the building office.